Okay, friends, please take a comfortable seat. Today, this practice on Warrior Wednesday is all about the side body. So you notice that in a lot of yoga with sun salutations and whatnot, it's a lot of forward and back movement. And we actually live in forward movement, so we don't need so much of that. We do need some backwards, but we don't move in this plane a lot, which is the frontal plane or coronal plane. So we're going to be doing a lot of things today sideways. So if you need to set your mat up differently, because we'll be facing the side of our mat quite a bit, you can do that. But I want to start right here with just this idea of taking your thumbs in your armpits. And I want you to just lift yourself up from the armpits. Just literally pull your torso up into length. And notice that that automatically creates a lift of the pelvic floor. It automatically creates core muscle engagement and length in the spine. So can you keep that and just rest your hands down? So relax your shoulders, but just keep that big lift in the torso. And we're just going to start right here, reaching up and over. And I'm going to invite you for just a moment to close your eyes and move sideways with your breath. Inhale as you come up through center and exhale as you bend sideways. You just start to notice your armpits, your outer shoulders, the sides of your rib cage, your waist, and down into the side of your hip. And notice that these muscles are pretty tight. We don't get into these shapes in everyday life. We do in yoga, but we're going to do it a lot today. So a couple more times, side to side. And then reaching the arms up, take a hold of one wrist and stretch yourself tall, and then the other. I can promise you, when you get off your mat today, you will be taller than when you stepped on your mat, at least temporarily. Notice which muscles need stretching. Notice where breath goes. And then release the arms down and roll the shoulders. Let's bring the left arm behind our back, and we're actually going to hold our own hand. So I'm interlacing the fingers over here. The left arm behind, that left shoulder down, and then drop the head to the right shoulder. So paying attention to the side of the neck, the top of the shoulder, the outer shoulder. And as you breathe, fill up those spaces like a little balloon. Your exhale, feel a little softening there. And return to center switch. Take the right arm behind the body, hold your own hand, so kind of wiggle that hand out there, and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Just noticing where in the side body you've been kind of cinched up and locked up. Let's get there today. Let's find some space. I want you to thank yourself for making time for your yoga today, for setting aside all the things and coming here to recharge your battery. Let's come up and shake out your hands. All right, 3 deep breaths before we get around to our knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, press the air away. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Let's come around to a tabletop and widening the knees. Let's shift back into child's pose. Take a moment to exhale to let everything down right here. Your hips swivel side to side like a little hammock over your heels. And then walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Place one hand on top of the other, and then pull your hips away from those anchor hands. Drive breath into the side of your body. That outer armpit, outer shoulder, outer ribs. Come across. Hands go to the right. Stack your hands. They're anchors. Now pull your hips back toward the left corner. So as we go through these two sides of the body, I'd like you to just be aware of masculine and feminine. The right side of your body is considered masculine, young, sun, fiery, active. Come back to center. Raising up to tabletop. Instead of cat-cow, we're going to do sideways movement here. So bringing your shoulder toward the same side hip. It's a little limited range of motion, but finding length in one side, squeeze in the other. The left side of the body is considered feminine, yin, cool, nurturing. So when we find anything interesting in the sides of the body, maybe we can connect to those energies. Neutral spine. Everybody take your left leg back and your right arm forward. We're going to take those limbs out to the side and back to center. Moving in this frontal or coronal plane using different muscles. Let's bend the knees, circle the arm back toward the heel. If it feels okay, grab a hold. If that's a sharp pain or a red light, just reach toward. Take deep breaths, everybody. And release. Switching sides. Right leg comes back, left arm forward. And then begin moving out and back to midline. Bending the knee, reaching back toward that foot, or grabbing a hold if that feels good to you. Breathe into what you find. Stretching here. Let's return to tabletop. Tucking our toes, lift into downward facing dog. Pedal your heels, shift around a little bit here. And we're gonna do this fun little walk your dog thing. So you're gonna pick up one foot and cross it to the outside of the other foot, and then you're gonna switch. So you're just gonna keep weaving one foot behind the other. And as you press down into that heel with that foot outside, I want you to start to notice outer edges of your ankle, your lower leg, your outer thighs. And back to down dog. Let's lower our knees to the ground. We're going to come into a kneeling side plank, continuing this warm up. So one foot goes backwards, and let's all raise, well, we're probably all in different directions. So top arm comes up, leg extended. And just find all this length here. Come on to fingertips and even unweight that bottom hand so you can feel your obliques starting to hold you here. We're going to move with breath. Inhale into Parigasana, gate pose, and exhale way up and over to kneeling side plank. And once again, I invite you to move with your breath. Inhale in gate. Exhale as that arm floats over. We're going to come up and hold Parigasana. So I want you to just pay attention to which side of your body you're lifting and lengthening. Parigraha means non-attachment, letting go of attachment. So this is the pose that goes with that yama. This is the pose of opening the gate. Let those attachments go, to release what binds us. Exhale over the side one more time. Long side body. And then let's circle back, tabletop, to switch sides. 1 foot back, 1 foot out, open up. Come up onto fingertips so you start to feel those core muscles, obliques holding you. And then let's start to move with breath. Opening the gate. And the gate, what has been holding in our attachments. As we unlock that latch and we open up the gate, what can we release? Let's come up into Parigasana, gate pose, and hold fingers to the sky, side body long. Open the gate. And returning to tabletop. Let's step into downward facing dog. Walking the dog again, crossing the feet behind. Slow. Shifting through the hips, pressing the chest down, feeling those outer edges. And then both heels to the earth. Let's take a slow walk to the top of our mat. Inhale, lifting halfway, and then we'll sweep the arms all the way up. Leaving the arms overhead, let's interlace the fingers. Feet come close together, and let's just tick-tock here, side body. Moving sideways, shoulders, waist, and hips starting to get the memo. This is where we're headed today. So we're going to create a little flow here, and we'll start right here, coming up over the left side. Let's drop an arm down to the left leg, reaching up with the right. As we do this, take your right leg behind. You can support yourself here with a hip if you like. Let your hips shift out to the side. And then let's take ourselves down into a forward fold, keeping the legs crossed. You can soften your knees. And then walk your fingers toward that back foot. Maybe even come onto the pinky toe side of that foot. Rock and roll a little bit here. Stretching through that outer leg. And coming back to center. Uncross your legs. Lift to a flat back and sweep. Reach tall. Feet close together. Back and forth, side to side. Sending breath wherever your body is calling for it. Let's lean over this right side. So drop your right arm to the thigh. Pick up your left foot and wrap it behind. Hand to the hip if you like, and let the hip shift left side. Breathe deep here, folks. We're really starting to lengthen and open in some tight spaces. Hands to the hips, chest forward, hinge forward. Come into your forward fold with crossed legs. Maybe a sigh escapes your lips. Go ahead and walk your hands toward that back foot. Maybe roll to the pinky edge of the foot. Side leg long, side body open. And coming back to center, let's uncross. Lifting halfway, rise up. One more time, interlace your fingers side to side. Think of your fingers as a string just pulling you up while your feet press down. So pulled in two directions. Lifting tall, let's cactus the arms, lift the chin. And coming to heart center, exhale, forward fold. All right, so let's keep the right foot where it is. Let's step our left foot back and drop the back knee. We're going to work through a sequence here that's going to have us moving in all directions of the hips, the side bodies. So either stay low or lift high. If your body says yes, go ahead and come up to a high lunge or a kneeling lunge. Arms reach, and then take a hold of your right wrist, stretch toward the left side. Lift and lengthen, breathe and feel. Just a reminder, this is your time set aside for you to be embodied. Go there, close your eyes, feel your own presence here. Releasing, slowly lower fingertips to the floor. That's a pretty big bend in the back. We're going to tuck the back toes. And then this is that compass thing that we all love so much. So turn your right toes to the right. As you drop to the outer edge of your back or left foot, and then sweep the arm up and over, lift your hips, lower, and drop your hips. So I'm on the outside of my left ankle, and my right toes are pointing toward the right. Return to center, low lunge, and then walk your hands to the wide edge of your mat. Let's go side to side here, finding inner thighs. If your knees tolerate a deep bend, go ahead and sit all the way down on your heel and pick up your toes. If your knees say no thank you, just stay up high. Give your knees some attention. They're like screaming toddlers. If we don't pay attention, they just scream louder. So listen to your knees. Let's go toward the left foot or the back edge of the mat. Drop your knee. So I'm feeling warm. That side body stuff, I don't know what it is, if it's stretching your lungs and your liver, but yeah, warm. Let's press up. Deep, slow breaths, everybody. Arms overhead, if that feels okay. Take a hold of your left wrist this time and stretch. Return to center, hands come down. Tucking our toes, let's do compass. So left toes turn back, we roll to the outer ankle. As the arm comes over, we lift and lower. Maybe it's this that got me warm. This is work. And returning to our low lunge, let's come back to center and Skandasana, back and forth. So option now to take the hands off the floor and treat this like a little, really slow motion speed skater. Getting as low as you can. Flowing with your breath. And returning to the front edge of our mat. Right foot forward, left foot back. Let's drop our heel. We'll come up into warrior. And peeling open warrior two. And you're familiar with the sideways warrior flow. We're going to change it up just a little bit. So on the reverse warrior, we're going to straighten our leg and try to find that whole side body. On the exhale, triangle pose. If you want, you can go over the ear for extended triangle. So keeping the legs straight, move with your breath, side body. If it takes you 2 breaths to get back and 2 breaths to get over, that's okay too. Just keep a steady rhythm of breathing, exploring side body. Let's hold our reverse warrior, lift and lengthen. Lift up and out of low back. And return to warrior two. Scoop up to warrior one, come onto your back toes. Let's find high lunge. And now this time grab your left wrist, pull up out of your left side. Breath into body. Release, place your hands on the earth. Downward facing dog, kick that right leg up high, give it a shake. All right, folks, let's have some fun. Coming forward into a one-legged plank. We're gonna roll into side plank. So I want you to make sure your left wrist is right under your left shoulder. I'm gonna cross my ankles and come up into side plank. Breathe. You can drop that knee, left knee if you like. Coming forward. Woo, downward facing dog. When you feel ready, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway and scoop your arms all the way up. Let's cactus the arms and come to heart center. Beautiful, everyone. Stepping our right foot back, let's lift into warrior one. And then just peel that right open, warrior two. Same sequence on the second side. Are you ready? Straighten that leg, reverse warrior. And then over, keeping the legs straight, hinge from the hips into triangle, Trikonasana. Friends, make this delicious. Make this your dessert for the day. Embodied in this time you set aside for YOU. Coming way back, lift and lengthen, reverse warrior, lift as tall as you can. And then coming back to warrior two. Let's scoop through, coming on to those back toes. Warrior one. As we exhale, hands to the ground, sweep that left leg up high, give it a nice big shake. And then shift forward into a one-legged plank. Stack the right wrist under your right shoulder. Open to side plank, Vashisthasana. You're welcome to drop your right knee. Are you breathing? Let's return to downward facing dog. How about we walk our dog one more time, crossing over. And then feet to hands, lift halfway, rise high. Cactus your arms and come to heart center. Whew. Okay, shake it out a little bit. Let's grab a strap for balance. We're going to do a balancing pose that involves the outer leg, the IT band. So see, I think I'll double my strap. Depending on the length of yours, you can double yours. Let's begin by standing on our right foot and catching the left foot with the band. You can be near a wall, you can be near a chair if that's helpful. And when you are ready, extend your leg. And try to hold on to the band in a way that your arms, your neck, and your shoulders don't feel super tense. We'll slowly grab the band with our left hand, slide the right hand to the hip, and we're going to start to twist. So you can stay just like this, or you can reach your arm behind you. And if you still are feeling pretty stable, start to turn your head to look toward your back hand. If you fall, yay you, just get up again. Have a little chuckle and come on back. Come back to center, put a bend in the knee, and find your figure 4 stretch. So ankle to knee. Hands to heart. Slowly reaching elbows toward the lower leg. You can stay like this or reach your hands down. Deep hip stretch. Rising up. One more little thing. Stick the leg out to the side and pulse. And release. Maybe close your eyes and just feel the difference in your 2 legs. Left side feminine, right side masculine. Do you feel uneven, like you're standing crooked? I do. I feel like I'm leaning to one side. So let's even that up. Grab your band. We'll balance into our left foot. And let's stand in the band with our right. Take a moment to get everything stable. If you really push your foot into the band, it's almost like a second floor to stand on. And extend when you're ready. Eyes on one point. The band comes into the right hand, and we slowly begin to twist open toward the left. Sorry, toward the right. Everybody breathe. Fall and feel. Come back if you fall. Really nice, you guys. Release to figure 4. Down into that one-legged chair. Elbows toward your low leg, and there you go. There's that nice deep hip stretch with balance. Steady breath, ease. Rising up, take that leg out and pulse where we've been and replace. Close your eyes and feel now a little more stable, right? A little more even, equal, left and right. Nice, everybody. Take your feet out wide, step to the outer edges of your mat. We're gonna reach up like a 5-pointed star. Turn the toes out, scoop down. Nice slow movement here. Side body movement, inner thighs, outer thighs, side bodies. I'm just gonna add a little bit of a reach over one side, and a reach over the other side. Side body long. And center, reach high, turn the toes to the side of the mat again, hands to the hips. Let's hinge forward and fold over the legs. Take a moment in your hamstrings. You can heel toe your feet wider if you like. We're gonna walk our hands over to the right ankle. So both hands, right ankle, lengthen through the crown of your head and then fold yourself over that leg. If you feel any tug in your low back, stay more central. It could create a little strain for some of us. If your back is giving you a green light, come up and twist open. Really big twist around that outer leg. Release. Come to center, hang down for a moment, just dangle. And switch, grab your left ankle, both hands, pull your torso down over your leg. Take deeper breaths here. Lifting to a flat back. If this feels good to you, add your twist. And release, come back to center one more time into your forward fold. All right, returning to the front of your mat, coming to tabletop, we're gonna move into pigeon. And I've been showing you all recently, I really like to have a cushion or a block under my hips now for pigeon. It just feels better to my knee. I can really relax into the pose. So I'm gonna come up over my bolster. I'm just gonna let my hips, my front thigh come right down onto that cushion. Then I can bend the knee where it feels comfortable. I've been using a block for a pillow. And there we go. So if that doesn't work for you, find your way into pigeon your way. Find a place where you feel your outer right hip and your left hip flexor. And when you find that place, drop in. Look around your body for one place that seems a little more loud than any other, a place where the sensation is the greatest. Give that all of your attention. Your body speaks your mind. Be a really good listener. What might this sensation be trying to communicate to you? If you'd like to add a little shoulder exercise, you can scoop your left arm underneath like we do in knot pose and bring the left side of your head down. See how that feels. And when you're ready, take a slow journey back upright. Lift and lengthen. Tuck your back toes and shake your leg out. Give it some nice, big, juicy movement in any way that feels good. When you're ready, we'll just switch sides. We'll bring the left foot forward, the left knee forward, using any support that your body enjoys. Dropping in when you're ready. Once again, going inward to find that one place where there's an edge of sensation. And we're just going to explore this edge with curiosity. What's here to discover? We're going to engage with this edge as if it was a messenger. What does my body want to communicate? Full breaths, everybody. Body awareness, a good listener. Let's gently rise up. Take a nice big stretch, chest open, body long. Good. And then tucking the right toes, let's sweep the left leg up. Give it a nice big shake. Lots of movement. And let's lower our knees to the ground, and we're going to come onto our left side. Go ahead and come onto your left side, your left elbow. We're going to extend the bottom leg out for balance and take a hold of our top ankle. So I've got a few options for you here. The side lying stretch. You can just come right to this first stop, which is kind of like bow or dancer, or you can lie down. It might feel good to do a little more of a quad stretch or kick back into a hip flexor stretch, maybe moving in and out. What feels good to you as you explore this hip, this side body movement? And slide the hand up the shin and just let yourself come right down onto your back. Move that knee in and out a bit. Grab your strap, place it around the bottom of your foot, and we're going to take that leg up. Start to open the leg out to the side and across the body. So you're not going to go all the way in either direction. Go as far as you can without moving your shoulders off the ground. Just explore range of motion. And we'll end in a straight-legged twist. So go ahead and let that leg come all the way across, roll to your side, open your left arm and turn your head toward the left side of the room. Let your breath do the rest of the work. Coming back to center. Release your strap, hug your knees into your chest. Let's take the knees out wide, maybe a little happy baby. And then we'll let our left leg fall to the floor. Bring the right leg in, shift over onto your left side. You can come up to elbow first to catch the ankle. And then we're just going to explore here. Heel close, heel far away, on the elbow or down. Be a little bit curious about what there is to find here. And then rolling onto the back, knee to chest. Grab your strap. And we'll take that leg straight up in the air. Now start the process of open and cross. Keeping the shoulders on the floor, moving with your breath. Easy peasy. And when that leg comes over, let's find our twist. Turn your head toward the right. Let the band in your hand hold that leg. If you've got a block to place it on, that's kind of nice. Deep, slow breath. Coming back to center. Let's release our strap, knees to chest. Move around a little bit. Bringing both legs up in the air, and then we're just going to take the legs out and let gravity hold our legs here. So you can hold on with your hands if that feels good. You can keep a bend. Just point and flex. This feels really good to do this up against a wall with your heels resting on the wall, and just let gravity take its time, opening through these tight muscles that we just don't use. We don't move our bodies enough in this frontal coronal plane. We're very sagittal people, front to back. Slowly bring the legs up. And as we bend our knees, we'll place the left foot on the floor. One more figure four stretch. So find that figure four, pull the left leg in, press the right knee away, and just rock your body side to side. And slowly switch, right foot down, left knee across, pull in. So the right knee comes in, the left knee goes away, and we just rock side to side. All right, go ahead and lower both of your feet. We're going to do one more stretch here on the floor, and I'll do my best to describe it so you don't have to move too much to see it. So you're lying on your back in Shavasana, but we're going to create a banana shape out of our bodies. So you're going to take your left leg out to the left side, and you're going to cross your right ankle over your left ankle. So you should already feel something in that right hip. Then bring your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, and move your arms to the left a little. So you're like in the shape of a banana. That should really be apparent around the right outer edge, all the way from ankle up to fingers. You might even grab your right wrist and give a little extra tug. And come back to center, shake your legs, release your arms. And we're gonna switch it. So the right foot goes out to the right, left ankle crosses. So there should already be something happening. Arms up, interlace, and reach your arms to the right. Maybe grab your left wrist and pull. Let your breath do the rest of the work. Moving into these spaces. Think of how much room you've created today for your lungs to breathe better, for your liver to process better, for your kidneys and your adrenal glands to function better. In addition to all the muscles that got stretched, think how happy your internal organs are. Come back to center, float your arms to your sides. Adjust your shoulder blades so they feel even. Roll your head so it feels even. Wobble your heels, wobble your feet in and out, and then just let them full up open. As you bring in breath, I'd like you to draw that breath up through the bottom of your right foot, all the way up to the side of the right side of your head. On your exhale, send breath down the left side of your body, head to foot. And then reverse that. Breathe in through the left side, bottom to top. Breathe out of the right side and continue that kind of a rainbow breath in one foot and out the other, and then switch. Let your next inhale fill your whole body with energy. Let your next exhale release that energy with a sigh. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Yawn as you stretch. Find your way over to one side and slowly press back to a seat. And as you come to a seat, let's turn both of our palms up. Rest our shoulders and rest our eyes. Taking another moment to honor the right side of our body, the masculine side, the sun, the solar side, our yang energy, fire, doing, action. This is the superhero part of us that gets the things done. So this right hand is a gesture of what we put out into the world, our work, our presence, our energy going out. And then honoring our left side, our feminine side, the moon, the lunar yin, nurturing, connecting energy. The left hand resembling what we receive, self-care, slowing down, nurturing ourselves and each other. These two halves make one beautiful whole. So let's bring our hands together in front of our heart. And as we feel our hands connect, just honor this balance within each of us, this calm strength, this nurturing fire, this bold humility. Bowing to those energies in us and in each other. Let's take our whole selves out into the world today and nurture and accomplish and do all the things that we do in a balanced way. Namaste. Hi, my friend. Thanks for taking time for yourself today. If you ever want to practice with me live over Zoom, jump over to my website, denisestruce.as.me, grab a class. They're all free or by donation, or just continue enjoying these videos here.